Healthy Lifestyle Crib presents 5 Habits of Successful People Daily. Number 1. Innovative record keeping. Many groundbreaking innovations were initially fleeting thoughts that came to someone while they were doing something as innocuous as brushing their teeth or commuting to and from work. The key distinction is that they planned ahead and documented their findings. They didn't give up on that novel thought the way most of us would. The opportunity was there, and they made the most of it. It's natural to be impressed by the achievements of others and to wonder where they got their brilliant ideas. However, these people's odd concepts are no better or worse than your own. The only real distinction is that the successful individuals made it a practice to keep detailed records. The term innovative record keeping is just a fancier way of saying, write everything down, so if you have a really intriguing thought, don't hold back from jotting it down. It doesn't matter where you place it, so long as you put it somewhere you'll remember it, like a post-it note or a phone app. The point is to have a place to jot down thoughts, put them out of your mind, and come back to them later in the day because inspiration strikes when you least expect it. And you can't just drop everything to play around with a new idea. Writing it down and setting it aside for a bit will help you forget about it and get back to work. When you take a step back from an idea for a few hours or days, you may more clearly see the merits of the good ones and discard the bad ones. When it comes to the brainstorming process, quantity is far more essential than quality. Even if you don't come up with anything brilliant every day, the simple act of jotting down a dozen ideas, good or bad, is far superior to not doing it at all. Generally speaking, if you're enthusiastic about it for more than a few minutes, it's probably worth committing to paper. If you have too many ideas and don't write any of them down, you'll never know which ones might turn out to be brilliant if you spend some time developing them. Well, it's rarely a bad thing even if you never use any of them, and here's why. Because this routine also trains you to think creatively. Having faith in yourself grows as you learn to appreciate your unique insights, which may prove useful when you're at a creative impasse with another undertaking. Oftentimes, a change in viewpoint is brought on by something completely unrelated. One can find ideas in the most unexpected places. Successful people, like yourself, know that even the most off-the-wall ideas may spark a creative explosion and lead to insights you might not have seen otherwise. There's no telling when you'll need one of those things. Number 2. Explore the field you work in. The most successful people I know make time every day to read up on what's happening in their field. Experts in a field often read books written by other experts in the field. In order to keep ahead of the curve, they explore unique and experimental research. In order to solve the same issues that others have encountered, they investigate them. In a fraction of the time, many people believe that to be successful they must be the first to do something completely new, but in reality, even those with brilliantly unique ideas must rely on the paths already blazed by others. You have access to voluminous amounts of information. It's never been simpler to pick the brains of and make friends with folks from all over the world. The internet has made that possible. That puts you in an excellent position of leadership within your field. One common trait among successful people is that they weren't the first to do anything about an idea that had previously been proposed. It is important to keep up with current events and social trends so that you can predict the future and avoid making the same mistakes that they did in their professions. Identifying upcoming trends helps you plan accordingly. Small adjustments, such as incorporating the latest social media trends or a popular meme into your product's marketing, might mean the difference between a smashing success and a crashing disaster. Do as these successful people have done, integrate regular industry research into your routine. Number 3. Value time as much as possible. Successful people that consistently achieve their goals are meticulous about how they spend their time. It is not sufficient for me to simply recommend minimizing waste and eliminating unnecessary interruptions. People that are successful make it a point to focus on tasks that are worthwhile investments of their time and skills. It's a fact that not all work is valuable. You could be wasting a lot of time on little tasks that don't contribute to your overall mission. It's not necessarily productive work, but you're doing it nonetheless. As opposed to wasting time on meaningless activities, you could be using that time to accomplish something of real value. Perhaps the issue is that you have no concept of the value of your time. Many people struggle with this when they are initially getting started. Since they don't have a fancy job title or years of experience, they feel like their time isn't worth much. However, if you want to be successful, you need to devote your time to tasks that test your abilities and push you to your limitations. Obviously, there will be moments when you have no choice, especially at the outset, but as you progress and overcome adversity, this will become less common. One's work should be a reflection of one's worth, but this begs the question, how can you judge what work is good and what isn't? The answer to this issue depends on one's goals and values. So, let's do this. As you get ready for the day, picture yourself at the end of the day, after you've finished your work for the day and are ready to unwind and chill. At that time, what do you hope to have achieved? What actions will show your future self that today was well spent? Regardless of your decision, prioritizing this task and completing it should be your top priority. Now, of course, many achievers go further. They ask themselves such questions at every opportunity. It's important to check in with yourself regularly to see if you're still on schedule to complete your goals, as this will help you view each day as a positive step in the right direction. Number 4. Neutralize your pride. As important as it is to know what you're worth, it's also important not to get too proud when you reach your goals. It's easy to get too proud of yourself when you've done well. You get so caught up in your own success that your pride gets the best of you. This hurts your ability to make decisions, your relationships, and your ability to control yourself. Many successful people have lost everything because their egos were too big. Too much pride will make you stubborn and hard to change. It will make it hard for you to change with the times in a workplace where things are always changing. If you don't want to change, it won't be long before you get crossed by other people. By being too proud, you also stop listening to good advice from other people. No matter who you are, you can't be the best at everything. You can't be successful on your own, but that's a good thing. There will always be people with creative ideas who can help you grow your success, so don't hold on to your pride. Let them help you figure out how to work together to make the best product you can. People who are successful are very good at knowing when they need this kind of help. They talk to and depend on the people around them often because real progress requires working together. Number 5. Continually seeking to improve and expand knowledge. Just because you've achieved success doesn't mean your path is over. You should never stop seeking to improve and expand your knowledge, even if you've already reached the pinnacle of your profession. The most successful people in life are those that see the need of investing in their own development and those of their businesses. They never miss a day of learning and are always taking in new information. They are always questioning their assumptions about what it takes to be successful, what keeps people going, and how they might improve. Successful people engage in this activity because it helps them keep their minds agile and creative, as well as because the exposure to new ideas and concepts sparks new inspiration and opens up new horizons, and the best part is that the more you learn, the more useful what you've learned will be to you in the future. Sure, a few snippets of knowledge might not seem like much now, but they'll add up quickly, and before you know it, you'll have a treasure trove of information and experience. Though studying isn't just about increasing your intelligence, by seeking out new information you're also gradually altering your worldview. And most significantly, with each new ability you acquire, you're building a solid foundation of intellectual confidence. You have more and more evidence to support your growing confidence. Therefore, you should take the time to read some informative article or watch an informative video. You should follow the example of the most successful people and never stop learning. We're not going to lie to you. If you're serious about incorporating these 5 behaviors into your life, it won't be simple. If you enjoyed this, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell to receive new videos as soon as they are posted. Give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends if you appreciated this video. Also, don't forget to watch our other videos. Many thanks for taking the time to check it out.